Just like the street lights lit this tune, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down.
Hey guys, I'm andeeparis. Let's connect. Hope you're having a great day. If not, I hope this can make your day better. Crick, story time. Alright, so this story is about some friends. Alright, so you have Dwayne. Dwayne has a girlfriend named Sia. They've been together for quite some time. Matter of fact, she's more than a girlfriend. She is his fiance, you know. They serious. Dwayne has a best friend named Ryan. So Ryan and Dwayne, they're very close. They do everything together. You know, Ryan is aware of Sia. Ryan is cool with Sia. Like, Ryan calls Sia sis, you know. Sia's a cool chick. Anybody that Dwayne is cool with, Sia respects. You know what I'm saying? Out of respect for her dude. So, you know, knowing that Ryan is best friends with Dwayne, Sia, you know, it's like, obviously, when they get married, Ryan is going to be in the wedding and stuff like that. So, you know, try to be friends with her man's friend. They crack jokes and all that, and Dwayne trusts Ryan, so he just know that Ryan is not gonna do him wrong. That's brother right there, right? So everything was cool over the year. You know, there's been time that Ryan goes to look for Dwayne, and Dwayne is not home, and Sia's home, and Ryan stays there. They just be kicking it. Everything is cool. Like, he'll text Dwayne and be like, hey, I'm with Sia, whatever. Like, everything was cool. But one day, now I don't know what came up with Ryan. Like, what happened, Ryan? Okay, so he showed up at the house. Sia was there, but Dwayne wasn't. You know, it's like, hey, what's up, whatever. What you doing? What you got going on? And Sia was like, you know, I'm just cooking some food. I'm preparing for Dwayne, you know, when he come home from work. All right, so everything is cool. And so he was like, when he getting home? And Sia was like, in about 30 minutes, he's already on the way. And so Ryan texted Dwayne and was like, hey, I'm right here. I'm finna wait on you. Well, everything, right? So Dwayne is aware that Ryan is there. Everything is normal, it seems. So then, you know, Ryan started talking to Sia, asking questions and everything like that. And, you know, Sia's answering and they're laughing. But of course, Sia's in the kitchen. Ryan is in the living room. He's just talking aloud. And so she's responding. And they're just chatting. Okay, so then Ryan decided to get up and go to the kitchen. He went to the kitchen and he's like talking to Sia about, like, you know, random stuff, just topics, you know. And so he was like, can I get something to drink? And Sia was like, oh sure, what you want to drink? What do you want to drink? Yeah, it's midday, what you want to drink? And so, you know, he was like, nah, I just want some water. And she was like, oh, okay. So then she grabbed the water. And, you know, Sia is very, like, etiquette, so she didn't just hand him the bottle. So she actually popped the bottle open, poured it in a glass, all of that, to hand to Ryan. So when she went around the island to go give it to him, right, she hands it to him and he's like, oh, thank you. And he takes it and starts drinking. So she started walking back and he just started looking at her weird. Sia realized that, like, he was like checking her out. And so she was like, okay, maybe she's tripping, so whatever. So she just kept walking. She went back to over there, continuing what she's doing. And so he's just sitting there. He finished drinking his water, just sitting there. And then he got up, started talking again about, like, random stuff. And so Sia's like cooking, you know, just paying attention to what she's doing, trying to hurry up and make sure she have her meal for her boo, right? So Ryan get close to her on the other side of the island, and while he's talking or whatever, and Sia's busy, he gets close to her and he's like, here, let me show you something. And Sia was like, what is it? And as soon as she turned around, he aimed to try to kiss her. He aimed to try to kiss her, but she caught her quick. She was like, wait, what you doing? What you doing, Ryan? What are you doing? And he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my God, see, I'm sorry. Please don't tell Dwayne. Don't tell Dwayne. You know, his friendship is very important to me. Please don't tell Dwayne. And Sia was like, oh, okay. But okay, you have to back up and you have to leave. And Ryan was like, so don't wait on Dwayne no more? She was like, no, I just tell him he has something to do. Just go. So, you know, Sia agreed not to tell Dwayne, not to hurt Dwayne, but because she was trying to make sure she doesn't want to be the reason why their friendship is severed, you know, like, she didn't want to be the reason. And on top of that, she caught it. So, you know, she's like, okay, you know, so she thought, like, you know, that it was the right thing to do. So she didn't tell Dwayne. She just made up something for Ryan, and that was it. The next day, Dwayne goes kicking it with his friend Ryan. Everything is cool. Ryan is testing the waters to see if Sia said anything, but Dwayne never said nothing, so he just figured, oh, she didn't say nothing. So like a week later, okay, same thing. Ryan shows up at the house. Sia's in the living room, sitting there just enjoying, you know, just watching a little TV, you know, catching a breather, right? And he knocks on the door or whatever. So Sia gets up and she opens the door. She sees it's Ryan. And she's like, oh, Dwayne's not here. You gotta go. And so she about to close the door on him. and Ryan pushed the door, like, you know, kind of put a halt on it so she doesn't close it. And he's like, wait, hold on, I actually came to talk to you. And she's like, I don't think that's a good idea. Talk to me later. And so he's like, no, I really want to apologize for what I did. That was really wrong. Like, you're my sis, you know. I don't want to, you know, push up on you like that. You my brother's girl. Like, I just, yeah, I'm sorry. And so Sia was like, she received it, and she was just like, okay, all right, thank you, bye. And he's like, well, can we like try to like fix our friendship? Like, can I come in? You can trust me, I'm not gonna do anything. And Sia, you know, went against her better judgment, and she was just like, okay, but let me tell Dwayne you here. So she called Dwayne and told Dwayne that, you know, Ryan is there. So Dwayne is like, yeah, I'll be there in 30 minutes, babe. Yeah, just put on sports for him. So, you know, Sia's like, okay. So she put on the sports thing and she left the living room. She went to the bedroom, like away from Ryan, right? So Ryan over here watching, you know, the TV, and then again, I guess something itched him. Something itched Ryan. So Ryan was like, yo, Sia. And she's like, yes, what is it? And he's like, come here. And she's like, nah, you know, I'm busy right now. And he's like, no, for real, come here. So she gets to the front and she's like, what is it? And he's like, you know, I just wanted to tell you something. And she's like, what is it? And he said, I wanted you to know, like, you know, before you got with Dwayne, I had a crush on you. And Sia's like, okay, but we don't need to talk about this, you know. Wait, I'm with Dwayne. I'm getting married. I choose him. Wait, what are you talking about, fool? Anyway, so and so Ryan was like, no, I just thought I'd let you know. I always thought you was really beautiful and, you know, really smart. You're not like the rest. You're one of a kind. And, you know, I knew that, you know, I should have shoot my shot with you, but I didn't because, you know, I thought you wasn't looking for nothing. And so I just wanted you to know, if I had shoot my shot, you would have been with me right now. You would have been my fiance. And see, it's just like, what? This don't mean nothing to me, bro. Like, okay. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, Sia said, I don't care. Like, this don't mean that to me. I love Dwayne. I'm with Dwayne. My loyalty is with Dwayne. My honesty and my commitment is with Dwayne. Everything is Dwayne. Dwayne. That's my man, she says. And Ryan was like, why you acting like that? Like, you wouldn't even met Dwayne if it wasn't for me. And Sia said, okay, well, I thank you so much for that. You helped me find my person. Thank you. Okay. And he's like, well, you know, you could, you know, think me a different way. And Sia's like, what way? What you want? I could get Dwayne to get you like a basketball. What you want? Some basketball tickets. And he's like, no, I want something from you. And she's like, okay, I gotta go. So while she was about to run to the room, because Sia could already see dude is acting funny, and he on that funny stuff again. So as she's about to take off, he grabs her hand and kind of like pull her towards him, you know, like right on him. And he just held her or whatever and tried to kiss her again. But here's the thing, this time Dwayne is pulling up, walking up the stairs, pulling up. And so he gets upstairs and he's at the door, like unlocking it. So he unlocks the door and opens the door, and he finds Ryan holding on to Sia. And so Sia sees the door open. She's like, babe, help me. This guy is crazy, whatever. And so Ryan let her go. He's shocked. He forgot that Dwayne was pulling up. So she runs to Dwayne and she's just hugging him. She's like, I didn't do anything, babe. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. He pushed up on me. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, what was this I just seen? And so he was like, wait, fall back, babe. Let me go talk to Ryan real quick. Fall back. Okay. So he started walking. He's like, yo, Ryan, like, what was that? Like, you all up on my girl like that? Like, what is that? And he's like, oh, nah, you ain't seen right. And immediately at that moment, what's his name? Dwayne. At that moment, Dwayne just punched him right in the face. With his face there. Okay, I'm just kidding. No, so he caught him. And Ryan wasn't ready. So Ryan's like, oh, what you do that for, man? What you do that for? And Dwayne was like, yo, get out my house. Get out my house. And he's like, yo, man, you my bro. You didn't even let me talk. And you da-da-da. He's like, I don't want to hear that. Get out my house. Get out. Or whatever. And so, you know, he knows Dwayne. Dwayne meant business. And Dwayne is serious. So he ran out of there. And so, you know, Dwayne is just standing there. He's shocked. He's hurt. You know, his best friend just betrayed him, or he just caught him betraying him. And Sia is like kind of nervous to go up to him because she thought maybe he'll like think that they were in cahoots, like they were doing this behind him. So, you know, she kind of tested the water and she was like, babe. And he didn't respond. And so she starts crying. And she thought it was over. Like, she thought like he wasn't gonna believe her or anything. So she just started crying. So then she was like, so you're not even gonna listen to me? Like, you don't want to know like what really happened? You just gonna assume? And, you know, he still didn't say nothing. And so she just started like walking off. She was about to just leave. And he was like, I have a question. And she's like, yes. And he's like, did you feel the same for him? And she's like, no, like, I love you, I choose you. Matter of fact, God chose you for me, you know. And I don't want him, I want you. Like, I told him to get off me. I told him I didn't care. I told him, you know, like, my loyalty is with you. I told him. He just pushed up on me. I should have never like let him in. And so Dwayne was like, come here. And he hugged her and he was like, no, that's my fault. You trusted him because I made you think you could trust him. And so it's not your fault. And I'm not mad at you. And whatever. I love you. I love you. And so, you know, Sia's like, I love you too, baby. And, you know, and everything was good. That was it. They pursued on making their wedding. Of course, Ryan was no longer invited. He was not supposed to show up at all. So he was all like bummed out and everything. And he lost a friend. And yeah, that's the story. As far as Sia and Dwayne, they lived happily ever after. Like about a year after, you know, Sia got pregnant. They had their first baby. Yeah, you know, yeah, the end. That's the story. Thank you so much for chilling and watching with me. Thank you so much for chilling and watching. Thank you so much for chilling and watching. Share the video with at least one person that you can't stand, some people that you like, and absolutely all the one that you love. Share the video, and I will connect with you guys on the next one. Peace to you. Bye.